with this team, and I'm talking about their B team, is just outplaying the first team. We've had some serious output from them and 3 clean sheets. The first game was against Frankfurt, where they had a 3-0 victory, and then the 5-0 against Nottingham Forest, and now 4-0 against Standard Liège. So there's 2 problems with the first team. The first problem is they're letting in way too many goals. Man United scored against them, Aston Villa scored 2, Watford scored 2, Tottenham scored 2, Liverpool scored 3, Burnley scored 1. I mean, they can't keep a clean sheet. These guys, the only clean sheet they had was in the first game against Newcastle. They just cannot keep a clean sheet to save their life. But realistically, what this is about is in the lack of goals that they're scoring. Yes, 2 goals against Tottenham and a goal against United, 3 goals against Villa, which was their best output. But their best output of 3 goals against Villa was the minimum that they got against Frankfurt. So this B team is not only playing better on the defensive side, but they're also scoring more goals and more creativity. And that really comes down to one player, Gabriel Martinelli. His supporting cast, Joe Willock, Nelson is there. Nelson had a fantastic game last night. He probably could have had a hat-trick himself. But him and Kieran Tierney was running things on that left-hand side. There was so much penetration. The first 3 goals came from the left-hand side. And seriously, Kieran Tierney, what he does and the moves he makes and the runs he makes, he's got a dummy in his cross. And the quality of his cross, this guy's going to be special. I think it's time that he starts against Bournemouth. There's no doubt about it. He is ready. He said he joined Arsenal because Arsenal play total football and it was his dream to play that kind of style as he got older. And he's getting his dream now. And you've got to understand, Arsenal's renowned for that. They have that tag of a team that plays total football. And I watched him last night when he didn't have the ball and he was always looking behind him to see if the midfielders was going to make any runs into deep space for him to run backwards. So he's a defensive-minded player first, just like Bellerin. But he gets forward and helps the attack. And that's something that Monreal couldn't do, and it's something Kolasinac can't do. Martinelli, the runs he makes, he's such a smart player. And when you think about what Eddie Nketiah is doing at Leeds, 18 years old, and you've got now Martinelli, 18 years old. The header also reminds me of Ronaldo. And a lot of people are coming out and saying, yeah, he looks like Ronaldo, he looks like Ronaldo. And we're playing Martinelli through the middle, which Emery is saying is not actually his favourite position. But it is. I mean, his movement, his touches, the second goal where he cuts it back and gets it onto his right foot, curls it into the corner, the bottom right corner. It is just sublime of a striker. The guy's 18 years old. We talk about how Arsenal youngsters are getting into their 20s and they've still got to show us what they're made of. This guy, like Nketiah, is showing lightning reflexes, great footwork, solid movement, and just a fantastic prospect for the team. I think he'll go really, really far. And again, Aubameyang is 31, Lacazette's 27. We've got the future covered, guys. There's no doubt about it. We've got the future covered. Rob Holding as well had a fantastic game. I think what it is the minutes that's counted. Like Bellerin, Tierney have now had some solid minutes with this setup in this competitions, and I think maybe Bellerin needs one more game, but the likes of Martinelli and the likes of Joe Willock has never put a foot wrong. Why you're dropping him in the first place, I don't know. I really don't know. Willock should be in the team. He's playing at the top of his game right now. He's never done anything wrong to be dropped. A little bit like Torreira, although I thought Torreira was okay-ish last night. But the likes of Tierney, the likes of Willock and Bellerin and Holding, there's 4 players right there that need to step up in the first team. And obviously Martinelli, I'd like him to get on the bench, and then maybe you take Aubameyang off for the last 10 or 15 minutes and then give the guy some minutes in the first team to provide something different. They're knocking on the door, and I think that they deserve to have a chance. For Emery, I think, I've been really critical of him of late, but he's given these guys a chance. He's playing the Pitney them, And now I want to see him integrate them into the first team. That's your next move, mate. We've got some really winnable fixtures right now. Bournemouth on Sunday coming up. Then we're away at Sheffield United, which is going to be a tough game. They play really well at home, but that's going to test our resolve. Victoria is in the Europa League again. And then we've got Crystal Palace at home, where we fundled up that one last year and we lost 3-2. And this is a chance for us to redeem ourselves. But we've got Wolves again at home, and we're away to Leicester. Away to Leicester is on the 11th of November, so that's when things get a little bit tougher. But then again, we're at home to Southampton the week after that. So, guys, we've got some winnable games here. Sheffield United is winnable. Crystal Palace is winnable. That's 3 games straight away there. At home to Wolves, although we didn't beat them at all last year, we drawed and then lost away. It's always winnable. But these things are going to be dependent on whether you pick the right team. At the moment, the first team is not doing their job. They're not doing it. They're not getting it done. They're letting in too many goals and they are not scoring enough on the other end. So time to mix things up now. Time to make a change. Now I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Let's see us turn over Bournemouth on Sunday. The game's at 2 o'clock, so it's quite an earlier kickoff than 4. And let's see if we can put this run together, which I've been talking about for a while. Cheers, guys. Appreciate the love and speak to you guys later. Right back at you. Peace out.